start with this one. This is the one that I picked out, actually. Thought it was kind of cool and old and wrinkled and ugly. And for some reason, I just felt an affinity towards that one. So, creepy. Super creepy.
Feed the birds so they can make turds.
Action. Perfect. Go ahead.
Hi, welcome to Vdad. Today we are going to be carving a pumpkin.
That's right. So we're back from the pumpkin patch. We're home from the pumpkin patch. We've got a bunch of pumpkins to carve here. We're gonna have some fun. And we wanted to start with this one. This is the one that I picked out, actually. Thought it was kind of cool and old and wrinkled and ugly. And for some reason, I just felt an affinity towards that one. So.
And it also looks creepy.
Yeah, and creepy. Super creepy, right? So, to make a jack-o'-lantern, this is how to make a jack-o'-lantern on Vdad. Have you thought about what kind of face you want to make in it?
A ninja face.
You want to make a ninja face? Okay. So usually the way we start out is...
Guys.
Go ahead.
My secret identity is that I'm a ninja.
Well, it's not a secret anymore, is it? All right, so here's what we're going to do.
Don't share this video.
Yeah, definitely don't share with all your friends, social media, anyone you know. Should we get started now?
Don't say that the daughter of the channel is a ninja. Don't.
Definitely
don't.
don't.
You
Definitely.
dare.
Okay. So are we ready? Okay. So we're gonna cut the top off, right? And why do we do that?
So we can scoop away.
Scoop out the inside, that's right. Normally I would do this with a knife, but we also have your little carving tools. So do you want me to cut the top off or do you want to cut the top off?
It's kind of hard. I think we might need to sharpen it.
Well.
Is this a Sharpie? Marker joke.
So if you wanted to use this, what you have to do is you have to saw. And sometimes you have to get it started. It can be a little hard to get started. Hey.
Yeah.
You know what was wrong with what you just did?
What?
Well, you stabbed like this and you put your hand here right at the same time you stabbed it, and you actually only missed your thumb by a tiny fraction of an inch. All right, so we can push this in. We can kind of wiggle a little bit and put it in like that.
Definitely do not share this video.
All right, so now that it's in there, you want to saw up and down and cut a little line, okay? But leave it by, when you saw, you want to leave the saw in there, okay? You don't want to pull it back out. You're not, do you want me to show you? I have to show you, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So what we're gonna do is something like this. Little motions. Okay, and then we're gonna turn. And we're gonna go a little ways more. And we'll turn a little bit like this, go down. You wanna do it? Let me show you. Put it in again. Maybe. So you don't have to push very hard. Just move it up and down and let it's called letting the saw do the work. Goes up and down, not too far, not so far that it comes out. Just a little ways. Okay. I'm going to turn it again. Like that. Now we're sawing this way. So we go. Oops.
Okay, a little help. Wait, what? Can I have your hand as a mitten?
Get the idea what the motion is here? So we pull it not all the way out, but just till it's almost out, and then push it back down. But we don't push real hard because if you push hard, then it gets stuck. There you go. Now you're getting it.
Okay. Woo! I made quite far.
Yeah.
I made quite far. What some people call pumpkin carving pumpkin surgery.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Who calls it that? All right. So we've cut all the way around the pumpkin. Now what we should be able to do is just lift this straight up and we'll see how bad it smells. Ready? Oh, it's not that bad. Feels like a pumpkin. Do you like the smell of pumpkin?
Kind of. Wait, open it back up. You need to scoop it.
We need to scoop all that out. Yeah, I'm gonna grab a bowl to scoop into, okay?
Okay.
Here's our pumpkin top. You can see very irregular shape, so easy to find right where that goes on. So it fit exactly on. That's your $1 million Vdad pumpkin carving trick.
Okay, I'm gonna get a scoop. Ew.
We're scooping out the pumpkin. Over the time we got our pumpkin scooping set. We got the most basic one saw, one scooper. I usually use an ice cream scoop to scoop that stuff out. You can use a spoon. You can just use your hands.
Yeah.
You can leave it all in there. There's a lot of ways to do it. Get a little bit done fast.
Here, I'm gonna wash my hand.
Okay, you go wash your hand. All right, while she's washing her hand, we got an ice cream scoop. I do see what I think is just a little bit of mold on the inside of this pumpkin. See a little black spot. So that's not ideal, but this pumpkin's probably a little old. Been off the vine for a little too long in the hot California weather. All right, here, let me get in here with the metal one again. So the little plastic scooper just like barely works. I mean, I guess if you didn't have anything else, I could probably get it done. Here, let me try the scraper. If you use it as a scraper, it works okay. It's not the greatest spoon, but you have to scrape pretty aggressively. You hear that? More evidence that this pumpkin's a little old. As you can see, it's a little squishy here. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. There we go. You can kind of see it that way. Hi, I'm a big pumpkin.
That wasn't actually the pumpkin. Oh yeah, my dad's scraping pretty aggressively.
So what do you think of the feel of the pumpkin guts? Comment down below if you just love to feel squishy pumpkin guts.
Ew.
Yeah.
I'm pumpkin hand. I don't know if you can see, but I'm holding a seed. Wash out the pumpkin.
No, we don't need to wash it. I think it's good enough for what we need to do next. So there's a lot you can do with the pumpkin guts here. You could pick out the seeds and roast them. You could plant them in your garden. You could mail them to your friends. Put them in little envelopes for surprise Christmas gifts, which are coming right up. Hand them out for Halloween trick-or-treating. Or you could compost them, put them in the garden, leave them out for the birds.
Ooh.
We'll probably do that. We might
Feed the birds.
We might just throw them away. We'll see.
Feed the birds so they can make turds.
Say it one more time.
Feed the birds so they can make turds.
Oops.
Feed the birds so they can make turds.
Here's our pumpkin.
Oh, it's so clean.
Nice and clean on the inside. We're ready to carve a face. Now, I've always been sort of a traditionalist. Perhaps my artistic pumpkin development became stunted at the age of 7 or something, but I like carving triangles for eyes and a nose, a big jagged mouth, but I'm open to other options. I've tried other things. I've done cartoon character type pumpkin drawings before from patterns. I've made my own pattern. I once did a jack-o'-lantern that was supposed to look like an orc from World of Warcraft holding a tiny pumpkin in his hand, which was carved to look like an elf. The whole effect was maybe just a little too many ideas for one jack-o'-lantern.
Let's try to do a Minecraft.
You're gonna do a Minecraft pumpkin? That's actually kind of a cool idea. So we could do square eyes. And here, can I draw something? Let's draw a pattern, and I'll see if you like that pumpkin idea. Okay?
Guys, did you see that big white spot? Dad, there's a big white spot on here.
A big white spot?
Yeah, look right
You
here.
see a big white spot? You know what that is?
What?
That's just a spot where a little bit of it got
Loose?
got chipped, yeah.
Chip.
All right, I got a piece of paper here.
I think my dad has a Sharpie.
I do. I don't like Sharpies very much because they smell bad and give me a headache, but I'm gonna use it real quick. So point it at the paper, get up a little higher. It's like a draw of my life. You gotta point it at the paper. There you go. Hold it just, but I know your hand is going to the lens now. Almost. Okay, hold it super still like that. This will work. So thinking 2 squares for eyes, a square for a nose, and a little mouth that kind of, so some jogged squares like this, getting that 8-bit look. What do you think, jack-o'-lantern?
Mm-hmm.
Good jack-o'-lantern concept, Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
All right, round. This is our pumpkin, right? Perfect. Terrible video. So here's my concept drawing for the Minecraft jack-o'-lantern. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and draw it on here.
It is October.
So we got 2 square eyes, right? We'll cut these out completely. Actually, I think a little bit bigger, huh? Bigger. Square nose. Should we make it straight or should we give it a little angle? A real Minecraft 8-bit pumpkin would not have an angle. Let's just do a square. Same as the nose. And then for our mouth, I'm going to do a series of squares that are offset.
Hey Siri, what is a square? So,
All right. You ready to start? You ready to start cutting that out?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it? Yeah, it came out okay. All right. So we'll get started. We'll start in the corner. Okay. Push it in. And then saw down the line, straight down the line. So don't remember in and out. Let the saw do the work. Yeah, now you're starting to get it. It's a little slow when you're getting the hang of it, but you're definitely doing it right now.
Is this just beginner's luck? Hey, let me.
So now we're going sideways. There you go. Oop.
My arm really hurts.
You want me to finish?
It's so dark in there.
Come on up here. We now have a jack-o'-lantern. Look at that. Pretty nice. All right.
Not
Well,
too savvy.
so, thanks for watching Vdad. We're going to have a part 2 where we make some more jack-o'-lanterns with the other pumpkins we got from the pumpkin patch. But for now, we're going to go ahead and end this one. You know what to do. Don't forget to subscribe. Like this video if you liked it.
Yeah.
Leave some comments below. Give us some interaction. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies. And thanks for watching.
Tell anyone the identity card.
Oh yeah, and don't tell anyone the secret. Do it again. Don't tell anyone the secret. Shh. Just a little bit.
Doesn't it look like a star to you guys?
All right, we've got a little bit of light. Go ahead and put it down in there. Turn it on, that's right. Put this here. You can kind of see that. And if we
I'm
turn
looking through the eye.
lights off. Lights off.
Wait, let's move it even more into the dark.
All right. Perfect.